Hello and welcome to the Sure Surface as a Service for Education webinar. This is aimed at the IT manager audience. My name's Tim Hannibal. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager here at Transparity, Microsoft Gold Partner and Microsoft Surface Authorized Reseller. Over the next 10 minutes or so, I'll take you through the program, the steps involved, the benefits for your organization, along with introducing some of the devices if you don't already know about them. So first of all, I'll just give you an idea of the agenda for the next 10 minutes or so. So first of all, I'll run you through the service, give you an overview of how it works, followed by delving into the steps and the family of devices that are on offer. Finally, we'll move into the benefits of the program for you as an IT manager and the exclusive offer that we've got for your organization by way of a thank you for engaging with us and viewing this webinar. So first of all, this is a Surface as a Service service aimed at independent schools, and the way that this comes together is by bundling a Microsoft device, a accessory or peripheral that you would like for that device. On top of that, you can have the cloud licenses from Microsoft, be that Office 365, Windows 10 or EMS. And then on top of that, you can have support from Transparity in whatever level you require for your organization, bundled up into one monthly cost. We can also provide a few additional pieces on top, things like device engraving, device imaging, and device asset tagging as well, if that's something that's of interest to you. So the platform is aimed at the organization that wants to move away from a capital model of outlaying large sums of money for devices on a lump sum basis, and actually smooth some of that out and pay on a monthly forecastable figure for devices, either for staff or students, giving you the ability to equip the teachers and students with the latest Microsoft devices, along with the cloud services in the back end, which you may already have in your organization already, really putting your school at the kind of leading edge of technology, and giving it the ability to become a real showcase in terms of existing students, but also attracting new students into the future into the school. So a couple of the things that you can see as a benefit from Sure Surface. So obviously you get the devices which I've mentioned in the Microsoft Cloud service. You get technical support from Transparity, which will work hand in hand with your own support teams if you have them. And this can also be uplifted from a warranty perspective to next day replacement devices. This is something which can be tailor-made to your organisation depending on what your requirements are, but it really gives you the ability to not only provide the devices to your students and staff as a service, but also the support service that wraps around that is really top-notch as well. So that's really good. You can also then control the expenses, so as I mentioned, the affordable fixed monthly cost. The simplified IT management, so through utilising some of the tools within Office 365, Windows 10, things like autopilot from Windows 10, which enables you to seamlessly image a device before it actually gets into the IT's hands. It gives you ultimate control over image devicing and streamlines a lot of the time involved in that. This, from an IT manager's perspective, is something that makes the role a lot easier. It strips a lot of time and cost out that's involved, particularly in fixing issues with multiple different devices, and fixing any issues that may come about from broken devices. If you've got the warranty uplift, you can have peace of mind that actually you can swap those devices out pretty easily through the warranty uplift service. And then on top of that, you've got the higher levels of security. So this comes through the Enterprise Mobility Suite from Microsoft, which we can provide as part of the service. So this gives you the ability to track what users are doing through advanced threat protection. You can also then use things like conditional access to ensure that staff and students are only accessing services as and when you want them from the right devices. And you can do a number of things around single sign-on, multi-factor authentication as well within there. So something that you may be doing today, you may be doing it with different vendors other than Microsoft, but nevertheless it's something that can be put into part of the overall Surface as a Service offering. So the way that you go about bundling up, looking at how you would purchase the Surface as a Service offering. So first of all, you choose a Surface device, and I'll go through those in a short while. You can then pick accessories that you want as well. You choose your monthly plan, and that's based on 24 or 36 months, depending on what suits your needs. You pick the level of support that you require from Transparity, and a lot of that will be dependent around what size of internal IT team you guys have got. And then on top of that, you can have add-ons. So the Enterprise Mobility Suite is one that I mentioned, but you can also add things like engraving and asset tagging on there as well. We bundle that into one monthly cost to you, and you can also then have 2 or 3 different bundles for your organisation, perhaps one for staff, one for students, depending on what the user types are. So the devices that you may already be aware of, you may not. So first of all, we've got the Surface Pro device. This is the first device that Microsoft brought to market. It's gone through various iterations. We're now on, I think, the 4th generation device. So this comes in various flavors. You can get 3 Intel CPUs in there. You can get the M3, the i5, and the i7. You can then choose varying size of SSD drives in there, so 128 gig, 256 gig, or 512. You can also now get a 1 terabyte SSD version as well. And then the options for RAM are 4, 8, 16 gig, depending on which model you're after. And they all use an Intel graphics set as well, either the 615, 620, or 640. So lots of different options there, varying prices as you go up the scale in terms of disks and CPUs, but hopefully something that will fit the bill. These are hybrid devices, so the keyboard is detachable, the screen is touchscreen, it's got a kickstand, it's got a USB slot. Quite importantly, that's something that a lot of tablets are missing. It's really, as it says there, an ultralight and versatile device that fits a lot of needs. The next device that we've got is the Surface Studio. So this is on the top right of the slide. This comes in two kind of CPU options here. So you've got the Intel Core i5 and the i7. They come with 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte hard disk drives, and then 8, 16, or 32 gig of RAM. So these are really the powerhouse studio devices that you'd have on a desk for use with graphics, video, media, that sort of use case. They all come with the NVIDIA GeForce GTX, either 2 or 4 gig cards, and they're touchscreen as well, with really large, really nice screens on these. So a device that you'd probably have within an IT suite that would be doing media or some form of artistic work as well. You've also then got the Surface Book. So this is the, as it says there, the powerhouse of performance. This is a hybrid device, so it's got a tablet that you can detach and put onto the keyboard. Again, touchscreen, comes with 2 CPU options. So you've got the Intel Core i5 and the Intel Core i7. You've got varying disk sizes from 256 up to 1 terabyte, and you've got 8 gig, 16 gig memory options in there. Again, these come with the NVIDIA GeForce graphics cards on the i7 models if you do need more graphics performance in there as well. So yeah, you've got really good options there, and those comes with a 13.5 inch screen. And then finally, we've got the newest device in the range, which is the Surface Laptop. These come in 4 different colours: burgundy, platinum, blue, and gold. And these, again, they have the i5 and i7 CPUs from Intel, and the disks can scale from, the internal disks can scale from 128 gig SSDs up to 512, and they now actually have a 1 terabyte in there as well. And then on top of that, you've got 4 gig memory all the way up to 16 gig of memory as well. So lots of different options again there. This is a pure laptop device. It is touchscreen, but you cannot remove the screen, so it's not a 2-in-1 device. But hopefully across the range now, you've got something that fits your needs within the organisation, and something which you can see as an attractive offering. So the next piece that we've just got to run through are the benefits. So as I mentioned earlier, and I'll breeze through a few of these. So capex to opex, which something may not be relevant to yourself. It may not be more of a kind of Bursa or finance conversation, but for a lot of organisations, having that outlay every year of a big spend of money, and actually smoothing that out into a forecastable monthly figure is really good. The annual savings you can make. So a lot of organisations will spend a lot of time trying to fix either students' or staff's devices. Through having the uplifted warranty on these, you can actually reduce the amount of time that's spent for you and your team. State-of-the-art equipment, so the ability to have the best devices on site and the best possible kind of devices as a learning tool for your students is great. And we see this as something where a lot of schools aspire to be the kind of a technology showcase, and Surface devices and the whole ecosystem around Surface devices is something which will help organisations achieve this. And then on top of that, you've got the technical support from Transparity and the data security piece if you take the Enterprise Mobility and Security Suite from Microsoft Cloud. So finally, just to finish off, we've got an exclusive offer for you guys for joining this webinar, and I thank you for doing so. So as part of the Sure Surface campaign and the offer that we're running at the moment, we're offering you the opportunity to try 10 of these devices for up to 45 days, no cost, no obligation. This can also include the Microsoft Cloud suite as well, and some pre-configuration of devices and support. So you can really try these units out, see if they're actually going to be something that are usable within your organization, and really kind of test them as you would properly and as we would really want you to. As I said, there's no cost, no hassle, no obligation. It's something which Transparity can exclusively offer, and something which hopefully will get you interested in perhaps having a look at some of these units, and particularly looking at the service wrapper that we've got around this. So that's it for the webinar. Thank you very much for joining. If you do have any questions or want to get in contact, then contact details have been the bottom right hand side of this slide. So hello@transparity.co.uk, or give us a call on 01202 800 000. There's a quote there from one of our customers, Camford School, just about some of the work we've done. We've got lots of referenceability within the education sector, particularly private education, and I'd welcome any questions that you do have, and we'd be really keen to work with you guys. So thank you very much for joining, and hopefully I will speak to you all soon.